If you're a homeowner in Westchester or Fairfield counties over 60, if the word moving has even crossed your mind, even just once, well, this video is exactly where you need to start. I know even saying the word out loud feels like a lot. The house, the stuff, the memories, the friends down the street, your favorite table at your favorite restaurant, the fact that you finally got the guest room set just the way you want it. And now someone, maybe your kids, or maybe that little voice in your head is whispering, maybe it's time. Well, here's what I want you to hear right now. You do not have to have all the answers before you reach out. You do not need a plan, and you don't need to be ready. You just need to be willing to ask yourself a few questions. And I happen to be pretty good at helping you answer those questions. I'm Lori Morrow, a local realtor and a senior real estate specialist serving Westchester and Fairfield counties. I guide homeowners 60 plus through the process of selling their home and finding the next one, seamlessly, calmly, and on your terms. My goal for every person I work with is clarity. Clarity on what you want, clarity on what the process looks like, and clarity on how to get from thinking about it to actually doing it without the stress. That's why I make these videos, because the more you know going in, the better the whole experience feels, and I want it to feel really good for you. I would love for you to leave a comment below or ask me a question. Tell me where you are in this process right now. Are you just thinking, or are you starting to get serious? I read every comment. And stick around till the end, because I'll be closing with the thing that nobody tells you about and why calling me before you are ready is actually the smartest move that you can make. I think it's going to surprise you. Okay, let's get started. Let me tell you the questions I get asked most. Not the real estate questions, the real questions. Where would I even go? And what do I do with all this stuff? And what if I regret it? And I get it, because you've built something here. You've built a life, not just a house. So let me reframe this for you. Selling the house. Is that really the hard part? Actually, it's the easy part. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. The hard part, the real work, is figuring out what the next chapter looks like for you. And that doesn't happen in a day. It happens in stages. And I know the stages. Stage 1, you start to notice the house feels too big. The rooms that you never use and the yard that used to be a joy is now just a Saturday. Stage 2, you're talking about it to your partner, to your kids. You're starting to browse Zillow at 11 p.m. and you tell yourself you're just looking. Stage 3, you wonder if it's actually possible and what would it take. And that's usually about the time I get a call from someone. Now, there's no right stage to start this conversation, but I'll tell you, stage 1 and 2 are actually my favorite stages to work with, because we have time to plan it out, to do this right, and you get to design your next chapter. Now, the question that I hear most, where do people go? And the honest answer, most of them don't go far. Most of the people want to stay right in their community. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had that start with, well, I want to stay close to the kids, our kids are here, and our friends are here. Our whole life is here. I just need a house that fits me better. And that makes complete sense, because you've spent decades building something here. Your people, your places, your routine, the same Sunday morning bagel place or the club you've played tennis at for 20 years. These are the things that mean something to you. Why would you blow all that up if you don't have to? So here's what I actually see happen most often. People find something in the same town or one town over. It's a smaller footprint, less maintenance, lower taxes, maybe same life, same restaurants, same friends, same everything. You just go without those 4 rooms that you'd never go into. Another option is keep a smaller place here and get something sunny down south. Florida, the Carolinas, Arizona, whichever sunshine calls your name. Best of both worlds, warmth in January and home for the holidays. Establish full residency in a lower tax state and keep a smaller place here for when you want to visit family. Now, I'm not a tax attorney, but I can connect you with the right people so you're making this decision with all the information on the table. Well, none of these paths are wrong. The right one is the one that fits your life, not anyone else's plan for you. What would you be giving up and what wouldn't you? Well, I do want to have an honest conversation for a second because some of you are thinking about leaving the area entirely. And that's a completely valid choice, but I want to make sure you're thinking through what comes with that decision. Westchester and Fairfield have extraordinary access to world-class medical care, some of the top hospitals and specialists in the country right here and nearby. When you move somewhere sunny and more affordable, the healthcare infrastructure may not be at the same level. And that matters, especially as we get a little more experienced. Transportation, another thing to consider. Here, many of us could manage without a car, or at least one car. We have Metro North car services and walkable downtowns. In a lot of Sunbelt communities, if you don't drive, you're stuck. And the drive is far to get to the grocery store. Now think about what your life looks like in 10 to 15 years. And let's consider culture and community. The arts, the restaurant, the energy, it's here because it was built over time. And your social network, that's not easy to rebuild. So none of this is to say don't go. It's just to say go with your eyes open and go with a plan. And that's what I help you build. I'm Lori Morrow, a local realtor and senior real estate specialist serving Westchester and Fairfield counties. I guide homeowners 60 plus through the process of selling their home. We find the next one seamlessly, calmly, and on your terms. My goal is always clarity, and if anything in this video gave you that, even just a little, I'd love to connect. The thing nobody tells you. I promise you. The thinking stage, the stage where you're not sure, you're just wondering, is actually the best time to call a realtor. Not because we rush you into anything, or at least I don't, but because the earlier the conversation starts, the more options you have. Most people wait until they feel ready. The ones who start early, they're the ones who end up with the best outcomes because they have the time to do it right. You do not need to be ready, you just need to be curious. So if you're in the thinking stage, this is the right time to call me. I can help you get clarity and set a plan. Now my contact info is right below this video. Call me, text me, email me, no pressure, just a conversation. That's how it always starts. And if you found this helpful, please hit subscribe and ring the bell. I'll post new videos every week for homeowners in Westchester and Fairfield who are starting to think about what the next chapter looks like. And coming up, we're covering where people actually go, what to do with everything in the house, and how to know when the timing is right. Leave a comment below or ask me a question. I read every single one, and your question might just become a future episode. See you next week.